I've got something in my eye. No, seriously, I've got something in my eye. Welcome to Love Day Bakes. Recently, we've had a wave of people subscribing to the YouTube, which is absolutely mental. We've got 14,000 people as of the day of filming. I don't think I even know that many people.
You definitely don't.
I definitely don't know that many people. I can't even imagine that many people. It's fucking mental. And the fact that there's 7 million people that have seen me make palmiers. Okay, not all of them loved it. Hey, not everyone thinks that they're the healthiest thing you should eat. I agree, okay? I agree. I don't think you should be eating palmiers every day. I don't eat the whole batch. I don't eat that much sugar. So today, I'm going to show you some alternatives, things you can make every day that aren't as high in sugar. Hey, these recipes won't give you diabetes. God's sake. I wanted to show you 3 things that I like to make for my family to eat on a more daily basis, so you can still have a rounded diet where you're including sweet treats without feeling guilty, because I don't believe there should be good and bad foods, but at the same time, we shouldn't be eating chocolate cake, palmiers and apple turnovers every single day if you want to be fit and healthy, which don't we all? Don't we want to live forever? We want to live forever and we want to enjoy it. I'm going to show you today how to make granola, my family's favorite recipe. I've been a bit of a stinker and I haven't made it for a while. Usually we have it on a rotation. Once I see that jar running low, I'm gonna make more. They love it. They're ravenous for it. It's quite a big batch. If you've got a small family or if you should make it for yourself, it'll be an easy recipe for you to just sub down. Maths will be easy. I'm not doing the maths, you can do the maths, but it'll be easy. Also, we're going to be making some like crumble bars, which I think are a good transportable way to have maybe a breakfast on the go. Kind of think of it as a Nutri-Grain bar, but better. We're going to use some berries that I picked from our garden to make that. Finally, we're going to make protein cookies. I say protein cookies because I'm trying to think of a way that you can substitute a protein bar, which, let's be honest, they're chocolate bars. They're chocolate bars, they've got a lot of sugar, they've got a lot of sweeteners, and I don't want to be eating that every day. I ate enough grenade bars to probably kill a small child. I don't think that I should be eating those anymore. I wanted a way that I can still enjoy a treat, but have a little protein in there. Maybe if you're feeling after the gym, need a little pick-me-up. I don't claim that these are full loads of protein, but it's just a nice alternative. And those are made with buckwheat and peanut butter, which is very nice. A little chocolate chip situation, so it's kind of like a peanut butter, buckwheat chocolate chip cookie, but with the added protein. I would say all of these recipes are approved by my nutritionist, Louisa. I'll put her link down below to all the socials. Check her out. She is a very intelligent woman. She knows what she's talking about. I trust her implicitly. Okay, we're going to start with our granola. The base is oats. Now, I like to use chunky oat, as you can see here. There's so many different types you can get. You can get like the cut porridge oats. I find they tend to give you a flakier granola. The clusters aren't as big and chunky, which is not what I love. I want a nice big oat. You're gonna need 725 grams of oats. Now, I know that's a lot, but I said we're making a lot of granola. I got a hungry bunch and they love it. 725. 27, that's fine. Okay, into a bowl. I'm gonna do a medley of nuts. It changes every time. I just kind of use whatever we've got in the house. Today, we've got some pistachios. It's very fancy, very nice. Macadamia nuts. We've got some walnuts. And we got a fuck ton of pecans. We need 500 grams total of nuts. I'm just kind of gonna go with vibes. I think I'm gonna use all of these walnuts that we've got left. We'll see how much we got. I'm gonna guess 220 grams. I'm a genius. Meg, get this. Okay, 223, but 3 off. Fucking hell, I'm a psychic. If we took all the nut dust off the top.
You didn't say you were counting the dust.
I didn't say I was counting the dust, so I'd say fucking nailed it. It's gonna be mostly walnut, but I think I like that. I love a walnut. Of all the nuts in the world, I love a walnut. Should I weigh them all and then chop them at the same time? No, I'm not going to do that. You want to chop your nuts up before they go in with your oats. Oh, that is a lot of dust. Okay, I'm going to remedy the dust situation because it's going to distress me. Put it in there, it'll be fine. And actually now we can see if I was right. 218, you fucking serious? I was very close. 219. A lot of these are quite crumbled up anyways. You won't need to do much. Just a little once over with the knife, I think. A big fat chunk of nut. It's not a bad thing, is it? That's what we want in our granola. Into the bowl. 220 from 500. 280 to go. I love a macadamia nut. Let's do 90 grams of macadamia nuts. Feels right. I'm really making this maths hard for myself, aren't I? That now is 310, right? It's fine. Give them a little chop. The reason I like to make my own granola while I'm chopping is because you go into shops and you look at the cereal, you look at the granola. The first couple of ingredients always include sugar or some kind of syrup. Starting a day like that, starting a day with a glucose spike, is not setting you up for a fun day. You want to have something that's going to be nutritious, delicious. You get the nuts in, all those good fats. You do get a little bit of protein, not a lot of protein from nuts, but you do get some protein, which is always good for you. Pistachios. Not many of these because, hey, not that rich. We're going to do 80 grams of pistachios, which brings us to 390, I think. God, people are going to be correcting my maths, aren't they? Oh, these are some sexy pistachios. I'm going to cut the pistachios a little finer so they're like a little bit more scattered throughout. Do you like macadamia nuts? I'd say it's like a creamier, softer almond. They're quite delicious. This is quite a simple recipe, so you can, again, swap out nuts if you want to use any different kinds, or hey, if you have any allergies to nuts, you can just take them out entirely. Just stick with the oats, maybe put in some chia, some flax, some hemp seeds. You just kind of do whatever feels right to you. Just as long as you're hitting similar quantities as what is listed in the recipe, you should be fine. I believe I need 110 grams pecans. Oh, I've stuffed some secret nuts in here. I just found some more cashews. It's a good bag. It's a steady bag. There is a hole in it, I'm just now noticing, but hey, it's fine. But that's too much. Alright, that's fine. I have snuck a couple extra pecans in. That's because they're the best nut. Okay, just get that nice chop. This recipe also keeps really well. So if you just want to keep it in like an airtight jar or a Tupperware, I'd say 1 to 2 weeks. It'll keep nice and fresh. As long as you keep it sealed and airtight. Shit, I've lost a nut. In. Let's just have a glance at the recipe. Now that we've got our nuts and oats weighed out, I'm just going to melt our coconut oil. You could use other oils. I've never tried it in this recipe. You could maybe try using an olive oil. I like coconut oil. I kind of like if there's a little taste of coconut in some recipes. It's quite nice. How much do I need? Stepped on a nut. Pecan. It's fine. Meg, you're not listening to me at all. Usually, it's a right challenge getting this out of the jar. It's like hacking at it with a knife, but it's nice. It's actually warm in the UK. For once, scoop that right out. 225. Oh shit. There we go. I'm just gonna melt that completely in the microwave. While that's melting, we can measure out our spices. You can do whatever spice tickles your fancy. This is my go-to spice mix, which is cinnamon, ginger, and nutmeg. Very delicious. I feel like these are very safe spices in this household. Everyone likes them. I'm not gonna go mess around with some cardamom because my mum probably won't like that. Hey, she is the matriarch of our household. 1 of cinnamon. I'd say total 4.5 teaspoons of spices for this amount of granola. So I usually go in with 2 cinnamon, 1.5 ginger. This is a pretty golden ratio, I'd say. 1.5 of ginger. Please don't be buying pre-ground nutmeg. It's not gonna taste as good. Just get a microplane and grate it straight into whatever you're measuring. I'd say half a nutmeg is around a teaspoon. That's about where I go. Nutmeg is quite strong, so you don't need a lot of it in most of your recipes. Otherwise everything's gonna go tasting like a custard tart, which isn't a bad thing. We like nutmeg in our family. We love it, yes. Nutmeg in. And also salt. 2 teaspoons of salt. Yes, that sounds like a lot, but I like it. It's a little salty bite. Hit bedrock in that. Let me have a look. Forget this. We're gonna use some pink Himalayan salt, which I've been told has health benefits, but I don't know. Ask Louisa. I think it's good for you. I know that you can use a pinch of pink Himalayan salt to replenish your electrolytes and water. Apparently. I do know for sure that pink Himalayan salt is a little bit saltier than normal salt. So I'm gonna go do 1.5. But if you're using just a regular salt, just use 2. Trust me. Or you can reduce it. Hey, not everyone loves salty things. I do. Balance is everything. So just balance it. Balance it the way you like. Hey, if you're on a low salt diet, don't put any salt in. That's fine. That's your business. That's not my business. Think about what we got in here. We got cinnamon. Cinnamon's so good for you. Helps balance your blood sugar, doesn't it?
It's also very good for PCOS.
It's also very good for PCOS. Ginger, so good for you. We know this. Salt can be good for you. Cut that out. I'm talking bollocks. Coconut oil is melted. Lovely. Check the recipe. Into our coconut oil, we're going to add our sweetener, which, as I've previously said, you don't want to use a lot of sugar. So my alternative to that is maple syrup. Fucking love maple syrup. I think there's maple syrup in every single recipe I'm making today. We go through a lot of it, so you get the big bowls. So you're gonna need 325 grams for this recipe. But you can, again, sub this out. If you've got agave, use that. If you've got honey, you can use that. Maybe honey, use a little less. Oh, fuck off, baby. I use a little too much. I'm 10 grams over. Okay, no, cut that. I'm fine. I did it perfectly. No one will ever know. It's fine. It's just gonna be a little sweet. I don't like something a little sweet. I definitely put too many nuts in there as well, so it's fine. This recipe is honestly just you going off vibes. To this, you're gonna add a nut butter of your choice. Nut butters help bind the granola and create more of a cluster situation. That's why I like to add it. You can also add, I've had much success with tahini in the past as well, which I find adds a really nice bitterness to whatever you're making as well. Today we've got a little bit of almond butter because I've got a sister who has an intolerance to peanuts, so no peanuts. There is a peanut recipe, but she doesn't want to eat that anyway. Do you, Meg? No, she doesn't want to eat that. No, she does not. To be fair, we didn't have peanut butter for like the first half of my life. It was completely peanut free. My dad was allergic. He actually had an EpiPen for it, which I may have discovered as a child. And let's just say, don't stick an EpiPen in your finger. Who would have known that that was not the right move? Not me. Crazy. 80 grams of almond butter in. I can already hear people in the comments. It's a lot of nuts. It's a lot of oats. That must be quite calorie dense. Yes, it is. I didn't say it wasn't. I said it was a healthier alternative to short bought granola. And healthy does not equal low calorie. Last ingredient, we couldn't forget about vanilla. I'm eyeballing it like a teaspoon. That's more than a teaspoon. That's like 2.
Table.
That was like it's about a tablespoon. I think makes right there. Okay, get your tiny whisk and whisk it. So it's like homogeneous. So you got a nice combined situation. Kind of turns into goop. Delicious goop. Honestly, I think I could drink that. Once you have your goop, we're gonna go in and we're just gonna give this a quick mix so all the spices are evenly throughout. All of our oats and our nuts are starting to mix, and then we're gonna just go in with our goop. Just pour it right on top. Hey, look at that. Mary's licking my toe. Okay, thank you for that, mouse. She's trying to get something. Don't get a foot shot, Meg. She's licking something off the floor. My toe is in the way. How could I? Don't let no freak eat this. Simple as mix it together. This is such an easy recipe, honestly. I could do it in my sleep at this point. I've made it so many times. And it's so good every time. Even if you fuck it up a little bit, it's still gonna be good. Trust me. You just want to mix so you got no dry bits left. Making this in the dead of winter, sometimes if you're using your coconut oil, it can seize and get quite cold and start setting at this point. But luckily, that's not going to happen to us today. If you're in quite a cold kitchen, just be wary of that. Have your coconut oil a little bit warmer than I had mine because it can seize. Beautiful, look at that. It smells incredible. Now we're going to bake it. I've got the oven on 175 Celsius. I don't know what that is in Fahrenheit. Figure it out. And 2 trays. These are about an arm and a half. I don't know. That's an average size tray. Isn't that satisfying? The fact that it fits so perfect. Line her. You can make a half of this recipe and then just do 1 tray. Easy, simple, just half everything I said. Now you want to transfer evenly into both trays. Always heavier than it looks. I did train my arms today. I'm tired. Then we're going to smush it into a sheet. You want to really compact this. I'm actually going to show you what I do to get this really flat. But for now, just smush it like that. And this one. Beautiful. Just like that. I don't want a crumbly granola, I want thick clusters. You're gonna need another sheet of baking paper. Fucking hate these. Thing never works. Fucking use scissors. So annoying. What's the point of having the little serrated bit if it doesn't work? I hate it. Okay, put that like that. Take your other tray and just press down really hard on it. You just want to smush it completely. Maybe I might just do that. We do have multiples of these trays, but that's how I like to do it. It's nice and flat. Ta-da! This also works if you're making flapjacks. But those aren't healthy, so we're not making those today. Okay, do the same to the other tray. You can see it's nicely smushed down. Press the shit out of it with your hands. Anything works. Ta-da! Keep this bit of baking paper, okay? We're going to come back to it. You want to put it in the oven, 175 Celsius, for about 10 to 12 minutes. And then we're going to take it out and we're going to fluff it up and press it down again, because I find that is the best way to get a good cluster out of your granola. Let's do it. My baking goblin stance. The almond goblin. Okay, we'll be back to her in, I'm gonna do 11 minutes. Let's do that. So let's clean down and get ready for the next recipe. Fucking flies. Okay, if you live in Somerset in the summer, you have to accept the insect problem, and I refuse to accept it. It's driving me fucking mad, okay? I hate them. I wish I could cull them from the earth. Not all of them, we can keep bees. The rest can get fucked. I don't think we need them, personally. That's my stance on that. Anyway, moving on. We're going to be making crumble bars. These are kind of like an oaty bar that you can take with you if you want breakfast, or you can have it as a pudding, like an alternative to like an apple crumble perhaps. But you can change the filling to whatever you want. Today, We have a beautiful garden which is flourishing. There's many ways that you can preserve fruits. Jam is one of them, which I've shown you how to do. Another way is just to freeze them. Like when you've got a good glut of fruit coming in. A lot of fruit bushes, some of them ripen before others, and you want to collect them so maybe you can make jam later, make a big batch at once. Best way to freeze them. I've got here a nice mix of fruits from our garden that I've just picked and then frozen. Let's have a little scout. We've got blueberry, we've got red currants and black currants. We've got raspberries and mulberries and loganberries. I think that's everything from all the different bushes in our garden. If you want to see a video of us picking, we've got fucking loads more to get. I can happily take you through. It will be traumatic. As I said, the bug problem is serious. And out there's horseflies and they bite you. I have to have a stick for protection. A stick for moving the branches, another stick for protection, and then put one. I have to choose which one you put down to pick. It is traumatizing. All the while, go fucking carry a bowl. Yeah, it's the whole thing. Anyway, that's the selection of berries we're working with today, and because we've got quite like the blueberries and the loganberries and the raspberries are quite sweet, but the currants can be quite sour, so we'll adjust the sugar accordingly. First, we have to make our base, which is a crumble that we're gonna start with oat flour to be precise, which is literally, it's ground up oats. Don't get scammed into buying oat flour online. You don't need to buy it. Buy oats, blend them. That's exactly what I've done here. You need 150 grams of oats. Again, I'm making, this is quite a big tray, I'd say, of oat bars, but we're gonna eat. Oh, sorry, I clanged that against the microphone. I'm gonna be making quite a big tray, but our family will almost certainly eat them all quite quickly. So 150 grams of blended oats, works as a flour of sort. And then to that, I'm using some ground almond as well. You can sub this out for more blended oats, or coconut flour, buckwheat flour also works in a pinch, but none of us have any nut allergies. We love nuts. Doing 120 grams of ground almond. These are completely gluten-free as well. I think hold that thought. I think all the recipes I'm making today are gluten-free. Yeah, you just have to make sure that your oats are gluten-free, because sometimes they are milled in a factory that has gluten, which can just contaminate. So it'd work for, say, just someone who's gluten-free, but if you're celiac, check the packaging. I'm sure you know that. You're celiac, I'm not. We are also going to add chunky oats for a bit of texture. I'm gonna add 135 grams of big oats. Very similar to an English crumble, if you've ever made that. But we're not putting a lot of flour, sugar and butter in it. We're going with some flax. Are too healthy, as my mum has put a little post-it note. These are milled chia seeds. All spelled correctly, which I'm very proud of her for. She's very dyslexic. Oh, granola! Everyone pause. Pause what you're doing. Push all of this aside. Granola time. Okay, it's been 11 minutes. Woo! Watch out for steam. It's starting to smell, oh, incredible. You can see it's starting to brown, but it's at this point you want to pull it. And what we're gonna do is, I like to use the baking sheet to kind of help me. You want to, try not to do that. I want to try and mix it all up again. Just like this. Oh god, I fucking love granola. I'll be honest, the reason this goes so quickly is because you walk past the jar, you take a handful and you just snack on it. We don't really eat this for breakfast as much, because you go to eat it for breakfast, oh, it's all gone. Because everyone's greedy little fingers, everyone's greedy little fingies get in the jar.
Okay, that's Rory.
That's true. I did actually have to start making a Rory jar, our brother. Not our brother, our brother. The one, he's all of our brother. When our brother was living with us, he had a serious granola problem, So there was the people's jar, and then there was the Rory jar, because he would just, you know, which, you know, fair. I'll take that as a compliment. That's the highest of compliments, although that boy will eat anything, so maybe it's not the massive, not massive compliment, but you know, once you've zhuzhed it all up and flattened it, you want to get that, try not to get it on the side. I wiped it down, okay, it's fine, just chug it back in. Here it is. Sheet of paper from earlier, and just repeat what we did last time. Now, because these trays are hot, I'm not going to go back over them, just get a smaller tray that you can just put pressure down. I find this is just the easiest way to flatten your granola, especially when it's hot, just so you're not burning your hands. And it's beautifully flat again. And do it on the other one.
Yay, another hour of Paris.
From who? A stranger? Oh my god! I'm gagged. Oh my god, we have fans! People want to watch them! This is crazy! Almost there. Beautiful! Ta-da! Our granola has been flattened. We won't need this anymore, and we're gonna go back in for another 11 minutes. We're gonna give it a little check. I might actually check it after like 7 minutes. That feels a little, because of our oven. You know our oven at this point. It's fucked. In it goes. Mary's helping. I think the warmth of the oven just helps her weary bones. 7 minutes on the clock. Where was I? I just weighed in. Yes, we're on to flax. I remember. Now we're gonna add a tablespoon and a half of flax, like that much, and then a tablespoon and a half of chia. Just adds good health benefits. Also helps to bind. I like to be bound. Now, little bit of cinnamon. We all love cinnamon. Adds a little nice spice to the mix. Half a teaspoon of that. You don't want it too much, just you want the fruit to really sing in this recipe. And I'm also going to add half a teaspoon of salt. I'm going to do 2/4 of a teaspoon so they're clean.
That's growth.
That is growth. I would have put the cinnamony teaspoon in there if you weren't watching. But I'm not, because I'm a good girl. So that's half a teaspoon. Then we also want bicarbonate of soda. This is just going to give it a little lift. We're not adding much, just want a little touch. I'm going to do half a teaspoon. And it's just going to give it a bit of a fluff when you bake it in the oven. Oats, ground almond, oats, flax, chia, cinnamon, baking soda, salt. Okay, that's all our dry. Now, our wet. We're going in with some coconut oil and some maple syrup. You're getting the theme of this episode. It's a lot of this. We want something delicious. We're not sacrificing on flavor. We're just doing a nice alternative to like a sugar and a butter, okay? It's all good here. I'm so thirsty. I don't fucking have hay fever. I refuse. I think I'm just thirsty. Okay, I don't have hay fever. We need 150 grams of coconut oil, lovely, which we are going to melt. Yes. Actually, I'm not melting it. I'm not melting it. When I make this in the winter and it's hard, yes, I will melt it. But it's the consistency of softened butter, and that's kind of what you want to make a crumb out of this. I need a spatula. Spatula obtained. Let's give this a little zhuzh. And into your maple bowl, I'm gonna do 120 grams of maple. Did I say into your maple bowl? Now it's the maple bowl. But into your wet bowl, that's 125. It's fine. A lot of these recipes are pretty forgivable. It's not an exact science, honestly. I'm going off vibes, you're going off vibes. I feel like I do change these every time. Sometimes I use butter if I'm feeling silly. Mix together that maple with the coconut oil till you have quite a grim looking paste. It's been 7 minutes, so we're just gonna check our granola. I'm just gonna flip it round, just like so. Just so, because there are hot patches in our oven. I don't want any nuts to burn. Okay, I'm gonna give that like another 7 minutes, I think. Back to our crumble bars. Now we're gonna combine our dry ingredients with our wet. Oh yeah, I want to add a little bit. And we add a little bit more vanilla. You don't have to, I just like it. Okay, I like vanilla. I'm a vanilla kind of gal. Scrape the spoon. Just put this grim looking paste in there. Lovely. Lovely. Just combine. We want a crumble-like consistency. Make sure it's not too wet, not too dry. So it's half of this we're going to press into our tin, and then the other half we're just going to keep it in the fridge while we make our filling, and that's going to be crumbled over the top, as in the name. Perfect consistency that you're looking for. So it's kind of like crumbly, but it is holding together. Like if I smushed that down, that's going to press into like a sheet, but it's still, you can crumble it over the top. Once we're here, set this aside. Let's line our tray. I can show you a little trick how I line trays. I've lined 1,000 trays in my life. It's how I like to do it. Take one sheet, fold that down, there we go in. There's nothing that pisses me off more than someone who just pushes paper in to trays. It distresses me greatly, please don't do that. Then we go in with the other side. Doesn't have to be perfect, but you just want to fold that secondary line. Just like that, pop it back in, fold down that side, just like that. Fucking flies, great. And then the other side. Just like that. So you got this little bit of origami. Then take some scissors and just snip both of these on both sides. Snip there, snip there. I have a nifty little coconut oil spray. Oh, don't spray it on yourself. Spray your tray lightly so your paper's gonna stick. And then you just press it down. These two go in, and look at that. Perfectly lined tray. And look how, that was so quick. That was such a quick little move there. And it means that your bakes will have a nice clean edges, which is what I like to see. You can just eyeball this. Take half of your mixture here, just plonk it in the bottom. I'm gonna use my hands, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, okay? Or more like, it's more like just over half, I'd say. I'm worrying now that this tin is too big. By my calculations, it shouldn't be too big. Definitely looks too big, doesn't it? Guys, you need to double it for this size tin. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna do all of that again. We're gonna put all of this into the base. All right, it's fine. Just put all of that into your base. It's fine. Just do that. I did try and increase this batch. I was being greedy, okay? It's my fault, I was being greedy. Don't do what I did. Put that recipe into this size tray. Yeah, that's way bigger. I did 1.5 of what that would be. And I thought it would fit in this. Clearly, maths is not my strong suit. Neither is the fucking English language, apparently. I can't do maths, okay? Everything's fine. Just smush this into your base. We're gonna make another batch of the same. We're gonna make this. We're gonna make the same again. In the meantime, if you've done this normally, if you've done this to the right size pan, the recipe that I will link in the description will be fine. It would be half of whatever you've made. But for now, we're using all of it. And we're just smushing it into the bottom of our tin. God, she makes it look so easy.
Does she do it?
I don't know why it's sticking. Oh, granola. Let's check on our granola. Oh my god. Look at that golden brown color. Beautiful. I'm gonna push it 3 more minutes. I like it really crunchy. Burnt, maybe? No. I like it crunchy and delicious. So I'm gonna give it 3 more minutes and it'll be done. You gotta be patient with this. It's very satisfying doing this. I love it. Doesn't have to be perfect, but you just want it to be flat and covering the entire base. Like that. Onto our filling. Pan. I'm gonna probably end up using most of these berries. Can't remember how many I had here. Hand-picked by yours truly. I'm gonna do all of them. Fuck it. That's around 675 grams. I'd say like 700 grams-ish berries. Granola alarm. Time to come out. Oh, she's perfect. Sounds gorgeous. Okay. I'm just gonna leave that. Now, this is the hard part. I'm afraid you're gonna have to leave this for like 2-3 hours. Like 2-3 hour, because it's got to cool down completely. Like I'm talking room temp before you break it up. Otherwise you're not gonna get clusters. You want leave her alone, and she'll just sit in the background doing her thing. I'm just gonna cover them in some clean kitchen towels, kitchen rags, some rags, clean rags. I forgot the name. Clean tea towels. Take some clean tea towels and cover them. If you have flies fucking everywhere in your kitchen. Back to this. Into my berry mixture, I'm going to put some lemon zest, lemon juice, maple syrup, and most importantly, to thicken it, cornflour. As you can see, nicely labeled on this jar. A lot of this is going to be to taste, unfortunately, as in most of my things. We've got about 600 grams of berries. With berries of this sort of sourness, I go from 10 to 25 grams of sugar. As we're using maple syrup, I'm going to use a similar weight. We're going to taste, we're going to adjust accordingly. Let's go for, I'm going to do 80 grams of maple syrup to start. Maybe add some more, we'll see. Zest of, I'm going to do 1.5 lemons. Just adds a little zing and brightness. These are going to taste like summer, man. They're going to taste so good. Like about 1.5, I'd say. I'm consulting the ancient texts. We're going to add the cornstarch in now. Let's go for 1, 2, 3 tablespoons of corn flour in with your berries, and I'm going to put half of the lemon juice. I was just thinking about it. Hey, I like citrus. I like lemon juice. I want to add a little zing. So we're going to add half. We'll catch the pips. Half of a lemon to start. I might have to add a bit more maple now that I've done this. You know what? Call me crazy. Make it 100 grams of maple. I'm sorry. I'm saying I'm sorry to my future self that has to write this out. 20 more grams. Yeah. Yeah. Make it 100. There we go. Okay, lovely. So, because these are frozen berries, this is gonna take a little while to get going. But basically, you just want to bring it to like a bubbling boil, so you can see that the corn flour has started to thicken it, so it's not juices going everywhere. So, onto the stove. I'm gonna go for 6. 6 feels right. Mid-low 6. We've learned. It's all about learning. You just want to cook that till it starts to bubble like a jam. But you want to keep stirring, coming back to it. In the meantime, I'm going to make more of the fucking topping, okay? It was my bad, I fucked up. So I'll see you when we're at that stage. It started to thicken quite nicely. Might add a bit more lemon juice, if anything. Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. It started to thicken from the corn flour, so I'm just going to take it off and give it a little taste. Sweetness is good. I'm really happy with that. Now the question is to blend or not to blend. Because these are berries from our garden, it's like red currants. There's quite a lot of texture to this, so I'm thinking I might go in with a immersion blender and just give it a little zhuzh, just so it's a bit smoother. I made more crumble in the meantime, as you can see from the chaos that's happened here. I'm also eating a kiwi. This is how everyone eats kiwis. Couldn't judge me. Okay. This is optional. You don't have to blend your berries if you don't want to. I feel like it would be quite nice to have a bit more of a smoother jam situation. Be careful, because this will go everywhere though, if you actually turn it on. Okay, I'm happy with that. It's not completely smooth, but I feel like that's a nicer texture. If you're doing just like a raspberry, they break down really easily on their own. Same with like strawberries, but I find some currants, they kind of keep their shell a bit more, and I kind of want to pop them, get the juices out. You can see it's starting to thicken to jam. When we bake it in the oven, it will thicken up even more. When it hits the heat, it will start to like boil and congeal with that corn flour in there. I'm just going to taste it again, see if I want to change anything. I really like that. You've got the base as well, which is going to be add a bit more sweetness to it. I don't feel like you need to make it too sweet, so we're going to go with this. Take your base, and we are going to pour our berry mixture all over. Now again, this could be maybe rhubarb, maybe apple and berry. The choices are endless. You could do a pear, that'd be delicious. Or a peach, yeah, peach bars would be epic. Just get a nice even layer. Now, we're going to take our crumble, which you definitely had from earlier, you reserved half from earlier, right? Yeah. Clean hands. Just want to take your crumble, and as the name implies, we're crumbling all over the top. So you just want a little bit of the berry to be peeking through the top, basically. So just keep going all over. I gotta go check my washing after this. Otherwise, I'll have no sheets to sleep in tonight. Almost there. I feel like you need to do a bit more of the jam. It's time to bake. I'm going to put this in the oven at 175 for about half an hour, and we're going to check it and see where it's going. In she goes. Bing. It's going to start smelling real good in here. And then clean down. Worst part. See you in a bit. Final recipe. This one's for all of our gym bunnies out there. Perhaps after the gym you need a snack. Hey, this is the snack for you. If you're craving a cookie but you don't really want to indulge too much, you want something that might give you a little hit of protein, a little bit more of a hit of protein than perhaps a regular cookie, this is the thing for you. It's just a little snack. I think I ate like 5 a day during COVID. I got obsessed with this recipe. It's really simple. It's literally do it all in one bowl. It is vegan, technically, as long as you don't use a whey protein, which I am, so hands up. This isn't vegan, but if you use a vegan protein, which you can, this will be a completely vegan-friendly recipe. To start, we've got our flours, buckwheat and protein powder. The first thing we're weighing out is our nut butter. The base of this is mostly a nut butter of your choice. So you could do a peanut butter, which is what I'm using today, or if you want something like an almond butter or a cashew butter, knock yourself out. If you use, I find anytime you use peanut butter in a recipe, it is now a peanut butter recipe. So I'm leaning into it, and I'm using a peanut butter protein powder, which is my current favorite. I fucking love it, it's so good. You need 125 grams of peanut butter. This isn't a massive recipe, this is a little one. This is enough for you and a friend, let's say that. It will get you through, I eat these quite quickly, so these will probably get you through a couple of days. So you can increase the batch if you love them that much. 125 grams of peanut butter in. Then we need 70 grams of maple syrup. Again, she's coming back, she's always here. You can swap this for honey, or if you want to use agave, that would also work. Just give them a quick little zhuzh together, just so it's homogeneous, just like that. Beautiful. Okay, now into that, we're going to put some buckwheat flour, which is completely gluten-free. It's lovely nutty flavour from that. What am I doing? Knifing the bag. Little monster. You only need around 20 grams of your buckwheat flour. You could also use a coconut flour or an almond flour if you wanted to. Play around with it, make it your own. Then we're going to put 45 grams of your protein powder into your recipe. It's 45 grams of protein. Then we're going to put flaxseed, 1 tablespoon of flax in. Your raising agent, so you get a little lift to your cookies. They're not going to be little pucks, grim. You're just beating a block of protein powder basically. That's not nice. 1/4 of a teaspoon, that much. Ding. In it goes. Just give that a little like auxiliary mix into the dry. This is a low stakes recipe. That's what I like about it. Then we're just gonna do like a pinch of salt. Just like that. I like to add my chocolate in now because it's just easy. This is around like 60 grams. I feel every time I do this recipe, I manage to sneak just a little bit more chocolate in than it should be. Isn't that the fun of it? This chocolate is so soft. It's so hot in here. This chocolate is so soft. You don't even get a snap. I'm literally just gonna snap this in. See? Literally 1 bowl. I ain't even using a chopping board. If you're not feeling chocolate, you could use nuts. Or you could use raisins or dates. Maybe you should just use a chopping board, it'd be quicker. Hold that thought. It's taking too long. Where's that knife I threw earlier? In. Now, you're just gonna give it a little mix. Get all of those ingredients homogenized, let them get to know each other. We're making a cookie dough. How I like to do this is, if I notice it's a bit dry, then you start to add, I'd say, anywhere from 1 to 2 tablespoons of a milk of your choice. We've just got an oat milk here, so just want to add a splash at a time, just to help you get your dough. You won't need a lot, a little bit more, shy of a tablespoon. But it kind of depends on your protein powder. Sometimes you get protein powder that's really dry, and just like that, she's done. This will make 12 little mini cookies. We're gonna measure around, it's probably like 2 tablespoons per cookie. So I'm just gonna put them onto the tray. Just like that. Because I used a chunky peanut butter, there's some little extra nut chunks throughout. See, thinking ahead. If I could find a way to sneak peanut butter into every recipe, I probably would. Honestly, I'm fucking obsessed with the stuff. I don't know what it is, it's like crack. I think it's because my dad was allergic for the first half of my life. So I'm just trying to make up for lost time. What the fuck?
Wasp.
Wasp! A wasp fucking wants to be swole. Such a stupid joke. The wasp wants games. He wants to be a brick shit house. Ah! The hell? See, flies. Genuinely, they're fine. Wasps, they're out to get you. Flies are just looking for a good time, honestly. They're just looking for their next meal. Oh my god, I once, sitting in my room, and I had my window open, it was summer. I went to swat this fly and it just didn't move. It was really quite distressing, so I googled it. What does that mean if a fly is really slow and doesn't care? Oh, you know what that means? It means it's freshly hatched from maggots. So you need to check if there's anything rotting or decaying or dead near you. I was like, oh great. Even better. That's exactly what I wanted to hear. Fucking horrendous. Forget what I said about 12. I don't know if you said that. She was crazy. Because you're gonna get 10. Let's get any last little scribbins. And just push them into any that look a little small. You could fucking bake them like that if you want. To make it look a little neater, just give them a little rounding. I once made these, if you have a nut allergy, I made them with a sunflower seed butter, which was fucking delicious. And also, they turned green on the inside because of when you bake sunflower seed butter, it turns fucking green. So cool. So I'm just gonna take a fork. I'm just gonna press them down. Cute little crosshatch pattern on the top. They don't spread much in the oven, so you kind of want to give them a little helping hand, otherwise they're going to be raw in the middle. These are going to go in the oven for about 6 to 9 minutes, I'd say. So we're going to put them in and check them after 6 minutes. You can check on our crumble in the meantime. Damn, look at that guy. 5 minutes left. This works perfectly. Yeah, it's like I planned this. I'll see you in 6 minutes. Time has just gone off, so we're going to check our crumble bars. We can have a look at our cookies at the same time. Cookies looking good. It's around 6 minutes for them as well, but I think I'm going to give them that extra 3. Oh, these look perfect. Look at that. You can see it's bubbling around the edges. So cornflour usually activates once you start boiling it. So now we know that that jam is definitely set underneath. Got a lovely golden colour on the top. It's lovely and baked. I'm happy with that. We're just going to let it cool completely before we can start cutting them into bars. They are delicious warm. So if you do want to eat them warm, wait till they're cool, cut them up, then microwave it. Have it with some Greek yogurt. Cookies are ready. Oh fucking hell, I almost dropped them. Fucking oven! Apart from that one, they're all lovely and golden brown. They've cracked a little bit. You can see they haven't spread like at all, but they've puffed up from the baking soda we put in there. Okay, just pop them on. Beautiful. So just let everything cool down and we'll see you in a bit. Oh, they smell good. This is my fly deterrent. So we're going to start with our granola, which is cooled down completely. These are our granola jars here. Best way I find is just to... So you got some nice big clusters and then... Oh, fucking hell, don't do that. This granola is good. I will be honest, I have been snacking on the edges. But it's just so good. It's spicy. It's like the perfect consistency. Sorry, I'm chewing and I'm talking. What a little monster. I like to have it with Greek yogurt and berries in the morning. And with a little bit of banana as well. Oh my god, peanut butter. Of course, peanut butter. As I just said, I'm a little peanut butter monster. Best way to get it in the jar. Spoon. We're just gonna go, ooh. We leave a little cup, a third of a cup measure kind of in the jar because that's the perfect portion for the morning times. It's gonna start your day off right. I used to have like overnight oats a lot for breakfast and I found the raw oats were really upsetting my tummy. I find this is a great alternative to having a quick breakfast in the morning that's not taking a couple minutes to make porridge. A couple of minutes. Sometimes porridge feels like such a chore, you know? It can be worth it, but yeah. And then once you've got enough out of there, you can just use our paper. Boom, into the jar. Mary wants some granola. She can get in this one jar. So this is the jar that we can eat from. And then I put the rest into this jar. That's our backup jar, we keep that sealed. So you're going in and out of that one, but you're eating it immediately. And this one stays sealed, so it's not gonna go stale or anything. And the baking paper, I just keep, and I can use that, I'd say like 3-4 more times to make a couple more batches. I would have this for my dinner if I could. Oh, look at that. Boom. Just eat that like a granola bar. Is that gonna get in? Yeah. Okay. Here we go. I'll top up the rest. And we got our protein cookies that have cooled down. Just stick them in a Tupperware. These usually keep, honestly, I don't think I've had them for longer than a couple of days. In theory, I'd say up to a week and you'll be good. I'll break this guy open. So it's like quite crumbly. If you ever had like a protein cookie sort of bar situation, it's similar, but I think it's better. But it's a really nice texture. It's so good. It's not too sweet. It's like kind of sweet and salty. And you got little chunks of peanut in there from the peanut butter as well. It's gonna do you some good. It's such a good alternative to having a protein bar. Okay. That's really good. It's like crunchy shell on the outside and it's nice and soft in the middle. So good. Okay, now our crumble bars. To get these out, just do that. And the paper should peel away. It might stick a little bit where the jam has oiled up. Should peel away quite nicely. Oh, Oh, she's gorgeous. Like, they're still a little bit warm as well, I'll be honest, we didn't wait as long as we probably should have. Just want to have one now. It's called pre-dinner. Hey, you could even have these with custard if you want. It's kind of just like a healthier crumble. This is crumble you can have for breakfast, I think. We'll do a 3 by 3. Because it's literally just like having a different form of oatmeal. Oatmeal? Oh my god, am I American? Sorry, porridge. Fucking porridge. Yeah, with some yogurt. Hell yeah. Kefir, perhaps. That is Miss Kirk's favourite. I'm joking on a nut. Look at her. Look at that baby. She's beautiful. A little extra crumbage came to the bottom. Once you've chilled them in the fridge, they become a lot more solid and dense, but even still, look at that. Again, they're still warm, so they're a little crumbly. I have to say I balanced the jam perfectly. It's not too sweet. We've got that nice sourness from the berries, which I fucking love. The crumbles, crumbly. Okay, but you get a little bit of the coconut from the coconut oil, which I think works really lovely with your berries. It's a perfect little sweet treat when you want something to take the edge off, but you don't want to feel guilty or spike your blood sugar. I think these are lovely alternatives, and even this is using lovely fresh produce from our garden. This is all organic. So
Yeah, you fought off the bugs.
I did. I fought bugs for these bars. Hope you guys try these. You can let me know in the comments if you do try anything, and if you do any variations on any of the recipes, because the possibilities are endless with these. So if you do, you just let me know. Send me a picture maybe on Instagram. You can follow me over there. Love Day Bakes, just like the YouTube channel. Please subscribe and like the video if you liked it. There's a fucking wasp. Okay, I'm gonna go kill a wasp. See you in the next one.